new episode of Lloyd's ASMR. Tonight, we are going to take a look at some affordable meal options. Now, they may not be healthy, but they are affordable. Now, with these noodles, sure, you get your carbs, you get some vegetables, in amongst these, maybe even some protein, just a smidge. But they are packed with salt. Lots of sodium in these things. So, unfortunately, it's not the most healthiest option. But they are an affordable option at about $1 each. It's not too bad. These things are pretty packed once you add water. It swells up. But, if you're on a low budget, this comes in handy. It really does. Now, in this video, we're going to take a look at each one. See what's the big fuss. What ingredients there are. How many calories each one has. And if it's really worth a meal. And is it gonna, sustain you enough till it's mealtime again? Now, I will say this is going to be mostly a sounds video. A lot of tapping, sticky fingers. And of course, some light crinkles. Now, we will also be taste testing one. Just one. Towards the end of the video. Now, with my stomach issues, of course, I'm not going to go with anything spectacular. No hot and spicy. Definitely no cheese filled like this one down here. We'll probably just go with a plain chicken. And my stomach probably won't even be able to handle that. But we'll see. Well, find yourself a nice cozy spot. Get really, really comfortable. Yeah, just like that. Relax and enjoy. Okay, so the first ones we're going to take a look at are these here. Okay, so let me scoot these off off to the side, just for now. And we can take a closer look at these. Okay, well, which side to do first? Let's go with this side. Okay, so I'm not going to tilt these over so you can see the top. I'm sure you can see the top right there. But, yeah, you can see the top. Okay, so we have here the original Nissin top ramen beef flavor. Ramen. Not to be confused with Ramen. Ramen's not here right now. He's back at the hotel. But looks like it comes with a sweet and savory sauce pouch inside and an assorted veggies pouch inside. That's pretty nifty how they keep everything separate like that. That way, in case you don't want any of that in there, you don't have to. But no added MSG. Interesting. Ready in 3 minutes. Doesn't take very long to cook these up, which is also nice. You know, if you need something quick, pop one of these in the microwave and you're gold. Let's take a look at the nutritional facts. Okay, so 1 serving size per container. Serving size, 1 packet. Calories, without the flavor sauce, it's 370. With the flavor sauce, it's 380. So it adds 10 more calories to it. Total fat, 14 grams or 18%. 0 cholesterol. Oh, the sodium. Without the flavor sauce, the sodium is 1,140 milligrams, or 50%. With the sauce, it's a whopping 1,520 milligrams, or 66%. Let's see, enough of the nutritional facts. Let's take a look and see what's inside here. Okay, so it has dried corn, dried green onion, dried leek flake. What in the world is a leaf flake? Or leek flake. Dried bell pepper. And that's about it. Other than all the stuff you can't even pronounce. And there's oyster juice in it. Interesting. But yeah, that is the top ramen beef flavor. Let's take a look at the other one. Now here we have the Maruchan ramen bowl, chicken flavor. You might be able to hear my neighbor's air conditioner. Unfortunately, that's one of the downfalls of filming ASMR videos. Unavoidable noises. But anyway, here we have it. Chicken flavor. Now let's take a look here. This one's a little different than the top ramen. So, serving size is one container. It's 420 calories for this one. The other one was, 380. So this one is a little more calories. Total fat is 19 grams. Zero cholesterol. The sodium in this one is at a whopping 71%. 1,640 milligrams of sodium in this one. 54 grams carbohydrates and 9 grams of protein. Let's see what's in here. Chicken fat, powdered cooked chicken, spices, celery seed, dehydrated shiitake mushroom, turmeric, soy sauce, cabbage extract, let's see, corn, onion, garlic, carrot, cabbage, all dehydrated. But I think that's about it. So yeah. Now I don't know if everything comes separate in this one or not. I'm sure there's a separate pack of vegetables. Maybe not. They could be mixed in here, kind of like the cups of where a sludge is like laying on the top. Now let's get a little spicy. Okay, so here we have the Nissin chicken flavor, hot and spicy, with a chili sauce packet inside. No added MSGs. So one serving per container, 430 calories for this one. 19 grams fat, 0 cholesterol. 1,300 milligrams of sodium. So this is a little less sodium than the previous one. 54 grams carbohydrates, 10 grams of protein. This has more protein than the last one. And let's see, contains dried red bell pepper, egg white, garlic, dried parsley, dried green onion, dried corn, dried cabbage flake, and This here looks like it's a level 1. Hot and spicy. It's got one little pepper in red. Then it goes up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels. I need to have that one. I got one. Which means we need to take a look at that. Okay. Alright. And here we have it. The 6 pepper hot ramen. Or hot and spicy Firewalk molten chili chicken flavor. Wowza. Comes with a fire sauce packet. No added MSG. And listen to this. This one is 2 servings per container. Calories per serving, 280. Total fat per serving, 11 grams. 0 cholesterol. Sodium per serving, 1,020 milligrams. 40 grams carbohydrates and 6 grams of protein. Now, if you're brave enough to eat this entire container, calories per container, 560. 22 grams of fat per container. This entire container has 2,050 milligrams of sodium, or 89%. $81 grams carbs, and protein 11 grams. Now let's see what's in this. Okay. Let me see where it says about things. Alright. Chinese cabbage, dried kimchi, which is the Chinese cabbage, I guess. I think. Maybe not. No. Dried kimchi. What is that? It has dried cabbage, tapioca starch, garlic, chili pepper powder, okay, chicken broth, cornstarch, powdered chicken, red bell powder, pepper powder, rendered chicken fat, bleh, rice, sesame seeds, silicone dioxide. What in the world is that? Is that like plastic? But yeah, this one, well, I know most of these I'm probably going to be giving away to some family members. I'll keep the ones that I can eat. Those, the spicy ones, those I'm sending to my brother. He loves that stuff. I used to love it too at one point. Till now. Now it just eats my gut out. So, yeah. Those are going to him. Okay, well, let me pull up the last batch. And we'll see how how different they are from these 4 that I showed you. Let me get them. Okay. Well, here they are. Let's take a look at this side first. So, here we have the Maruchan Yakisoba. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Spicy chicken flavor. With, well, doesn't see if there's any packets of anything or anything like that. So, it looks like these take 4 minutes to cook, unlike the other ones. It's 3 minutes. Okay, well, an extra minute ain't gonna hurt. Japanese home-style noodles. Oh, looks really good. Let's flip it over and see what's inside. Okay, I can barely see any of this. They have it so small. But serving size is 1 container. 520 calories. 21 grams of fat. 0 cholesterol. 1,520 milligrams of sodium. 70 grams carbs. And 12 grams of protein. I can't really read the ingredients, which is a shame. So, we're just gonna take a guess at what's inside. I'm gonna say that there's carrots, maybe peppers actually. Of course, spicy. Maybe some celery. Of course, chicken. Maybe even some peas. Looks like there's a little pea in there. Oh, yep. There's another pea. Okay, so there's definitely peas in there. I think there's a corn. But other than that, I think that's about it. So yeah. Next one is the Maruchan Yakisoba Teriyaki chicken flavor. I love teriyaki chicken. It's good stuff. My gut, though, is not going to be able to take that. So, but, yeah. And so let's see. I know I'm not going to be able to read the back. So, let's get his carrots. I see some square carrots here. Some celery and some kind of leafy vegetable. I don't really see any corn or anything like that. There might be some in here. So yeah. Looks good though, doesn't it? Oh yeah. let's flip it over and see the nutritional facts. 500 calories for this whole thing. 19 grams fat, 0 cholesterol, 1,560 milligrams of sodium, 10 grams protein, 71 gram carbs. So, you know, the calories of these, it's like, 500 calories for this whole thing. I don't know. I'd probably rather have something different. And these things should be no more than 200 calories, if that. There's way too much stuff in there. But, yeah. Okay. Now, here's the one that I'm going to try. This is the Maruchan Yakisoba chicken flavor. Just regular chicken. Nothing really that's going to eat my gut out. Except for maybe sodium. It's going to dry my stomach up like a water balloon in a desert. Okay, let's flip it over and see how many calories that this is. See if I'll be eating the entire thing or saving some for later. Okay, 510 calories, 21 grams fat, 1,300 milligrams of sodium. So that's pretty low towards the rest of them. 70 grams carb, 11 grams protein. And it looks like it has some maybe peppers, carrots or something. These red things here. And it has some corn, probably some celery. And that's probably pretty much it. I kind of doubt that there's anything other than that, besides chicken, of course. But yeah, it has been a long time since I ate some ramen. As weird as it may be, I am kind of hungry for it right now. But yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Gonna take a look at these other ones first. This one looks really, really good. The Maruchan Yakisoba Korean barbecue. That looks good. Now, back in the day, sure this one is too. Let's see, it's got 520 calories, 20 grams fat, 0 cholesterol, 1,450 grams of sodium. So I guess the spicier, the more sodium. 73 grams carb and 11 grams protein. It looks delicious though, it really does. Not as delicious as P.F. Chang's though. That stuff's pretty good. Alright, so we will not be eating that one. Let's take a look at these. Now this is different. Here we have the Maruchan Yakisoba Teriyaki beef. Now, I've never had teriyaki beef before. I've always had teriyaki chicken. I'm kind of interested in seeing what that's like. But, no. I'm going to eat the regular chicken one. This looks good. It has some veggies in here. Some red peppers, I guess. And some celery right there. See it there? Yeah. Okay, so 500 calories for the entire thing. 19 grams of fat, 0 cholesterol, 1,380 milligrams of sodium, 72 carbs, and 10 protein. Not bad. No. The sodium is pretty bad. But it is what it is. Okay. The last one. The Maruchan Yakisoba cheddar cheese flavor. Who'd have thunk? Mac and cheese ramen. Man, I wish I could eat this. It looks really good. But, when you can't have dairy, you just can't have dairy. Although I'll probably eat it at some point, suffer the consequences. Can't help it. Okay, let's take a look at the nutritional facts. Okay, 540 calories for the entire thing. 24 grams of fat. Oh, we finally got some cholesterol. 10 milligrams. And it has 1,170 milligrams of sodium, 68 carbs, and 12 protein. It must be the cheese flavoring. I don't know if it's real cheese, but it's cheddar cheese flavoring. Well, that's it for our little ramen show and tell. Now, let's try one out. Well, we are going to make this right here, right now. Again, this is the Maruchan Yakisoba chicken flavor. Easier on the gut than most of the other ones. So, okay, well, I have the ramen. I have a hot boiling cup of water. Oh, very hot to the touch. And I got my fork. Okay, now I'm going to open this off camera because it's going to be loud, okay? And I don't want to alarm you or wake you, so I'll add some consideration and do it off camera. Give me one moment. You won't even know I was gone. Told you. You didn't even know I was gone, did you? Exactly. Okay. Ooh, here we have our little bag of veggies, all dried up. Astronaut food. Some good crinkle sounds for you. Okay. And here we have our flavor packet. It says to mix it in after you cook it. Well, we're not cooking it, so. Smells good. Smells like sodium. Okay, now let's just spread this about. Get an even distribution of stuff. let's take a peek. Oh yeah. This smells amazing. Now let's give it a good old stir. That looks pretty good. Kind of. Okay, well, let's give it a little taste. Wow, I can taste that sodium. It is pretty good, but like I said, you can really taste that salt, man. It stays on your tongue, but it's very filling. Packs a good punch with the heat. That can't be good for you. Did you notice how yellow this is? I even stained the paper. Even stained my fork. that can be good for your gut or your insides. And that sodium level, whew, it's like taking a big gulp straight from the ocean. Surprisingly addictive. But the chicken flavor, it's got that mediocre chicken flavor. Some of the veggies here. I just lost my. Oh, okay. So, there's the veggies. They definitely don't give you enough veggies. I mean, most of the veggies actually sink to the bottom, so. The veggies really don't have much of a taste. And they're so dehydrated that there's like nothing to them. So mostly what you're getting out of this is just a flavored noodle with the veggies in there. That stuff is just for flavoring. Like I said, the veggies are so dehydrated, and I'm surprised they don't soak up the water, That'd be nice. But they don't. One more go around. I think I'm gonna call it a day with that. Just that little bit has me bloated. So, yeah. So I'm about done with that. Put that in the fridge. Well, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. Hope you could find it relaxing, maybe a little informative. Maybe someone out there is looking for an affordable meal. There you go. Okay, folks. Well, above all else, I hope it relaxed you. Hope you could find it relaxing. But until next time, this is Lloyd's ASMR. signing off. Good night.